I'm here with the host of the Council of the Federation, that's Premier Scott Moe of Saskatchewan and Premier. What was it like hosting the event over the last 3 days?
Well, it was a true honor. It truly was to host the event and to show a little bit of Saskatchewan and what Saskatchewan has to offer. We started the week with spending the day at Big River First Nation, the first time premiers at the Council of Federation have met in a First Nations community, and I really need to thank the community of Big River First Nation. They really rolled out the welcome wagon, if you will, for the 13 premiers from across the nation. We then continued for a couple of days here in Saskatoon on the shores of the South Saskatchewan River, working quite diligently, if you will, and making some strides with respect to internal trade, international trade, how we have labor market mobility, if you will, across the nation, as well as good discussions on healthcare and healthcare funding with respect to the transfers from the federal government, and a topic that is near and dear to so many, including myself, but how we can move forward with respect to sharing best practices when it comes to mental health care and addictions treatment in Saskatchewan and across the nation. And we've committed to having a symposium in the near future in Ottawa on mental health care and addiction, and working very hard to share our best practices across the nation.
I know you can't share much of the details of it, what happens inside the room. There's discussions behind closed doors, but do you act as a referee? There were some comments about robust discussion. Does that mean arguments? How did it go?
There's so many topics that we have great agreement on across the nation, but as you look at Canada and look at how we create wealth, from the Atlantic coast to the west coast to the north to the prairie provinces into our more populated areas of central Canada and Ottawa and Quebec, we are a diverse nation. We truly are, and I would say that is our strength. It is our strength as long as we continue to sit in those rooms and have the very candid discussions that we were able to have over the course of the last few days. Do we agree on everything? No, but most certainly we agree on much more than we disagree on, and we'll continue to work on the areas of disagreement to find some common ground and continue to move forward. That's what the people that elected these 13 premiers from across Canada expect us to be doing, and I was very thankful and honored to be in the room doing just that on behalf of the people of Saskatchewan.
And getting to Saskatchewan, what are a couple of things that came out of these meetings this week that the people of Saskatchewan should know about that was accomplished by yourself?
Well, first I would say with respect to the symposium around mental health care and addictions treatment, I'm looking forward to Saskatchewan's participation in that, and looking forward to sharing some of what we have done here, but also learning from other provinces and maybe adopting some of what has occurred and been effective in other areas of the nation, understanding the diversity that we have. With respect to trade, and international trade specifically, Saskatchewan is very reliant on our international trade. This is what we do here, is we produce, manufacture, and mine things and send them all around the world. We've had some market access challenges over the course of the last number of months, notably in China, steel and aluminum tariffs with our largest trading partner in the United States of America. So we have continued to do our joint advocacy with the governors throughout the U.S. There was a number of us premiers jointly attended the National Governors Association meeting last year. We'll be going again this year. We've also committed to a joint trade mission in the European Union with an eye to the countries that we do business with as Canadians, as well as from this province of Saskatchewan, but also with an eye to those countries that have not yet ratified the Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement, the CETA deal, that can really provide some opportunities for Saskatchewan to expand some of our trade, and that's going to be very important in the months and couple of years ahead, given some of our other trade relationships. But to expand that trade, those exports into some of our existing markets, that is something that I think is very positive for agriculture, very positive for our exporting industry here in Saskatchewan.
Thank you, Premier.
Thank you so much.